I would like so much to have revanche with Aspen, or maybe if Miesha Tate win her fight.
Yes.
She used to call me out, and I think it's so interesting.
What up, Maniacs? Shakiel Mahjouri here, and you know who this is. She's the number 5 ranked women's bantamweight contender, a badass fighter, and an even more badass mom, Yana Kunitskaya. How are you?
Hi, thank you.
You know, it's funny. Oftentimes, people look at the dad as the one who will fend off bullies and stuff like that. But I think any friend of your son should be afraid of you too.
I don't know.
Oh, no, of course, just kidding. But I did see in celebration of Father's Day, your son made this wonderful poster for Thiago Santos. Can you talk me through what that was and how you guys put it together?
It's his first year here in America, and I thought there is Father's Day because in Russia it's other day, and he was so excited, and it was his idea. He was like 1 week, what we're gonna do? We need to create something. It was his idea. It was also he asked to contact Thiago's son, Thiago, to ask him to send some his photos. And I just go to print, and he create everything, and he was so happy to give to Thiago, and Thiago got this so much emotional, so everyone was so happy.
That's so wonderful. So it sounds like, blended families, as they call them, are very common nowadays. It sounds like your son and Tiago's son get along, and it's like a nice family dynamic, huh?
Yeah, they still never meet each other.
Wow.
Yeah, but maybe after Thiago's fight, we go to Brazil, and hopefully they're gonna meet each other.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. Last thing on Thiago before we get started on your fight that you have coming up, of course, UFC 264, Saturday, July 10th against Irene Aldana. Fighting for a lot of people is a very selfish pursuit. There's so much time that you have to put on your career and your training, on your nutrition. Not only are you are you in a relationship with another fighter, but you're both highly ranked fighters, you've been in the title conversation, the title picture for a long time. What's it like being in a relationship with Thiago where you both understand the sacrifices, what it's like to compete at a high level?
Yeah, sure. Sometimes it's hard, especially when cutting weight, or when both close to fight. But most of the time, it's we're just helping each other. So most of the time, it's a big plus. We're both fighting. We understand how hard it is. That sometimes it's bad mood. Sometimes you can do something. Just supporting each other, helping each other. That's it.
I love it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Irene Aldana. It's a very interesting title picture right now in the sense that there are only a few contenders in the top 5, top 10 that Amanda Nunes hasn't fought yet. What's the biggest advantage you and Irene each possess going into this fight?
Sorry, can you use other words to explain?
Yes. What is your best skill versus Irene, and what is Irene's best skill against you?
Yeah, I think in this level, everyone so well rounded. She's like boxer. Everyone saying that I'm striker, but I think we both well rounded, and we both have to prepare for everything. So I'm ready to stand up, or if we go to ground, take you down, or defense. I think in this level we have to be prepared for everything.
I read that there was a time about almost 4 years, I think like 2012 to 2016, where you actually retired and started transitioning to coaching. But I couldn't find a lot of stories on why you retired. What compelled you to take a break from the sport?
Yeah, in this time it was no woman in the UFC, and it was so hard. We still have to train, like put everything in the sport, train hard, but it didn't like pay off. It was you fighting like for $500, but you need to spend a lot of energy and everything. And then I got offer from Strike Force, and this time it was best promotion for woman, where a woman can show the skill. But UFC America didn't give me visa, so I decided there is no point to fight more. And then I got my son, and Ronda Rousey opened doors for us in UFC, and I just decided to try. I said that if it's not gonna work, I just retire it again. But if I'm not gonna do this now, after I can regret. So I'm so happy that I did this step and come back.
Well, and it's amazing because you took all that time off, but you were able to come back and still compete at a very high level. Where do you think your life would be right now if you never took the break? Would you still be in the same position, or do you think something would have changed?
Probably I would go to UFC earlier, and I don't know. I think maybe I was taking already one more title shot, because it was more higher in ranking.
Yes, yes.
But I don't think it will be like a big difference, because physically I feel I'm strong, especially after aborting baby. I feel I got more strength and more motivated. So I think it's also helped me to recover my old knee injury. So I think it's was good things that I got this break.
Certainly, certainly. When you look at the division, where do you think a win versus Aldana puts you? Because she's number 4, and when you look ahead of her, it's Holly Holm, it's Jermaine Durandamy, both people who have fought for the title already. Aspen Ladd is maybe the only person ahead of you who hasn't fought Amanda Nunes yet. If you beat Irene, what do you see for yourself next?
I'm always trying not to look over fight, I'm so focused on this one, and I'm not really rush myself to have title shot. Still, I would like so much to have revanche with Aspen, or maybe if Miesha Tate wins her fight.
Yes.
She used to call me out, and I think it's so interesting. We're good with each other, but I think it's a really interesting fight. And wherever UFC gonna put, if they decide to put in title, it's one thing. If I need to do one more fight, it's a good thing too.
Okay, let's finish on that because it's very interesting. Much like we just talked about, Miesha Tate also retired and is now coming back to the UFC. What advice would you give Miesha after taking such a long layoff? What advice would you give her coming right back to the UFC?
I think she do a great job. I follow her on Instagram, look her training. I think she takes this so serious, and I think kids just motivate her. And I believe she will be a better fighter now.
Yes. I love that. I think a lot of times we talk about Donald Cerrone and dads and how they change after becoming parents. We don't talk enough about the moms. Since you brought it up, in what ways has your son helped improve your MMA career?
I think he motivates me so much. Everything what you do, if you do for yourself, sometimes you can be tired, sometimes you can be lazy, but when you think that you have family, you need the right example, and kids looking and parents, and they just repeat. If he sees that my mom lazy, my mom this, I can be too, but I try to show him best example.
I love it. Yana, thank you so much for your time today. It's so kind. I really appreciate it. You fight Irene Aldana at UFC 264 on Saturday, July 10th. Best of luck, and hopefully we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much.